Now that we have our terrain model and our surface templates applied, the next thing we want to do is we want to come around the edge here and apply a linear template. Now, you can do this a couple of different ways. One of the things that I did not do before I made the terrain was I did not complex the arc with the tangent and made that basically one entry instead of two. The advantages of complexing this would be that that's just two less items that have to process when we're clipping and placing civil cells. And so just think about that, because now this is a separate entity from this. This is a separate entity from that. And so we have to place a linear template around the edge, around the tangent, and the edge arc here and the tangent here. So instead of having two entries, we'll have four, which means we've doubled the processing for our edges of pavement. And so just food for thought. Instead of going back, for this internal training, I'm just going to go ahead and place a linear template along all four individually. So we're going to come to our first entry here and just select it and then allow the context toolbar to come up and select the icon for apply linear template. And again, Alt down to go to your template library. And I've got some templates in here reserved that are basically set up for this. And there's a lot of different things that you can do in terms of how you want these available. But typically these are going to be done ahead of time for the users. I've got one in here I think called curb and gutter sidewalk tie slope. I'm going to use this one. And so I'll accept that. And we'll accept that template. And then now this is important. You must use the Alt key here. Alt and to lock to the beginning and accept, and then Alt lock to the end and accept. And that way, no matter what that radius value is, it gets picked up. Now you have to pick the side, and so I'm going to pick on this side and select accept it. This prompt, exterior corners, this is if you have two tangents that come together without an arc. Based on the angle setting, it'll make an additional template drop on these angle increments. Well, this is a true arc, so there's no external corner, and so this value doesn't matter. So we'll just accept it and allow that then to model, and then we will do continue in our command. So we'll pick our tangent and accept our template. And again, this one's tricky. You're going to want to snap to the end here, but you don't need to do that. Again, just leave it locked to the end, because remember it's trimmed by the fillet. And so we'll accept and then accept one more time and allow that then to model. And then we'll just keep going around the horn. It doesn't matter which one I pick first. We already got our lock commands in place, so it's just a matter of going through the prompts. And then the last one. Whoops, wrong side on the mirror, wasn't it? All right, so we'll cancel that one. There we go. And now you can see we have our edges modeled. And so that's really all there is to it. So, I mean, quite honestly, the easy part is building the terrain model and applying the linear templates. The hard part is developing the horizontal and vertical geometry, making sure that you're honoring your snaps, that you're assigning your profiles by slope at 0% from your placement references. So if you remember all these tricks, then you're going to find that developing the civil cells isn't that bad once you kind of get used to everything. It just takes a little practice. And so at this point, the last step in the process, now that we have our linear templates, is to actually create the civil cell the right way. And I know I did this initially quickly, but I need to go through that one more time because there's a few more steps I need to show you. And I really want that to be its own video. So the next video will be how to properly create a civil cell.